We're live with the number 5, my friends. Good to see you today. 5 ways B2B marketers can sharpen their marketing spears. I'm happy to have you here. Make sure you go and subscribe to the podcast on all your favorite podcast apps. Bear with me. I'm working with a new microphone, testing some stuff out. So I'm going to teach you some content. We're going to test some stuff out, and it's going to be fun. Let's roll. Hey, podcast listening people, good to see you. Happy Tuesday, I believe is the day. Great to see all of you here, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Those of you who maybe have followed me, maybe this is the first time you've ever seen me before. My name's Connor Doobie. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Active Blogs and obviously host of the B2B Mentors podcast. So I'm pleased to be here. Bear with me 1 second because I'm actually testing a new microphone. I'm having some output issues and I need to make sure it's working. So while I'm doing that, guys, and checking the audio on here really quick. Oh, this sounds good. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think we're good. So while we're on that topic, guys, I try to bring this live to you at least 5 days a week. I'm coming at you. I release a new guest interview almost every single Monday, as well as solo shows, which I call like Connor's Curiosities. You can see them as CC on the podcast apps. Make sure you share this. Make sure you like this. Helps to spread the word. And today I'm going to share with you a little bit on B2B ABM. A lot of acronyms there, but B2B being business to business, as I hope you know if you're watching this, as well as ABM, which is account-based marketing. And so account-based marketing really is akin to using a spear compared to other forms of marketing, right? Where you're going very wide, you're casting a net, you're doing mass marketing versus if you sell very high 5-figure and 6-figure, 7-figure products and services, chances are you have some sort of ABM approach or have attempted some sort of account-based approach over the years. So I've had the pleasure of talking with, many number of marketers who have ran account-based programs. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of what we've done and some of these 5 secrets that we've uncovered. Number 1, identify. Number 1 is identify, really doing the research. And now what I mean by that is people misunderstand very often that when you're selling business to business, you're not selling, number 1, you're not selling to businesses, you're selling to people. And you're not just selling to one person, you're selling to multiple people. So in the average B2B sale, there's anywhere from 5 to sometimes 12 plus decision makers, and not only decision makers, but also influencers, those who are influencers or internal advocates for the product and service that you are trying to sell, that you're trying to get in the hands of your valuable clients. And so I hear very often too, like a lot of ABM nowadays is focused on social media. But what I hear so often is, Connor, my prospects aren't on social media. Like, why should I be putting content out on LinkedIn? Why should I be doing anything digitally? My prospects are old school, baby. Like they're the good old boys. They're in the good boys club. So, consider this. With so many decision makers in a B2B buying process, it's not just about reaching and getting in front of the single decision maker. It's also about getting your valuable information, your education in the hands of the influencers to the decision maker as well. You guys see where I'm going with this? So it may be true. your buyer may not be on social media. They may not be using technology as much. They may prefer to only meet in person or go to trade shows or conferences, you name it. Now, I think COVID's probably excelled that quite a bit, right? Could you guys agree with that? COVID has accelerated more people adopting digital channels and being advocates of using social media and consuming on social media, especially LinkedIn. A lot of those CEOs or, plug X executive title who hated and loathed social media, they didn't even know what their damn LinkedIn password was until last year. But all of a sudden they're shut down. They're at home, can't go out and meet people. So what are they doing? They're logging in much more frequently to social media. So number one is really doing the research and identifying. Now, a lot of people say use LinkedIn and Sales Navigator to do the research, which works, but sometimes you need outside tools to be effective. Sales Navigator's gotten worse, I think, in terms of finding data of your customers. And so, it's always good to be able to verify outside tools, plus to get phone numbers, to get emails, all that good stuff. Number two, take inventory of what you actually have been doing. Have you actually been leveraging account-based marketing? Have you truly been implementing account-based marketing? Go and research what a true ABM campaign looks like and take inventory, number one, of what technology tools you are using. Number two, what channels are you using? I think 2022 is going to be the year of elimination. So what do I mean by that? That means us as marketers, right? I'm a CMO myself, us identifying what are the things I can remove from my life, right? Are there things I've been, kind of delve into in terms of like marketing channels I've been putting stuff out into, advertising I've been just kind of softly running in the background, or maybe my tech stack is outrageous, right? If you go back and read one of my articles on what top CMOs do that you should too, there's like 7,000 marketing technology tools out there. It's an overwhelm and it's way too much. The top CMOs, the top marketers out there in the world, they're only leveraging 4 or 5, maybe 6 at most. So I think one of the key ways here on how to like sharpen your ABM spear is just being able to hone in and start to eliminate more crap out of your life than add more stuff. Number 3, salespeople are marketers too. In the world we live in, salespeople have to be in a marketer's body, right? When I send an email, when I do a phone call, when I contact a prospect on LinkedIn as a salesperson, that too is a form of marketing. So you hear this kind of buzzword of like sales and marketing alignment, right? What does that actually mean? Is marketing actually interwoven into the activities of salespeople? Is your cadence, your prospecting, your follow-up, your engagement, is that in alignment with your sales folks? Are the activities that your salespeople running in alignment with your marketing objectives? Is the messaging off base? Is your messaging off base? Okay, and I'll actually talk about that in a second. What was I on? 1, 2, 3. I wrote them down here. Number 4. Okay. Number 4, land and expand. So this goes back to like multiple decision makers in a B2B campaign. If I can't get through to somebody, then I can always work my way through the network, right? And I've done this so many times. I truly believe I could get to any celebrity in the world probably, because I know how to leverage the network effect. If I can't get in with my buyer, then I should be working that circle of influence to be able to get in with the buyer. We as just businesses, as entrepreneurs, as marketers, as salespeople, we get so fixated, right? I've done it so many times when I've been in sales. You get so fixated on that prospect that you don't let the damn prospect go because they were never a good prospect to begin with, or they were, really never a good candidate, or it's gone too far down the road and they're not going to buy right away. So use the land and expand to get your foot in the door, whether it is social media, whether it is email, right? I like podcasting because it's a great way to build relationships without coming across as I'm just here to sell you versus I'm actually here to build relationships with you. Okay. And to that point as well, speaking of relationships, I just want to plug this very quickly for you guys listening. And I appreciate that. Please. Hey, Vinny, good to see you, my friend. Vinny, I got the new microphone, but I can't hear myself out of it. So, as you know, as a podcaster, it's helpful to hear your feedback in your voice so you can know how your gain levels and all that is. I don't have that right now. So I'm not even sure how the audio quality is coming across, to be quite honest with you. Listen, guys, if you want to get into bigger, better networks, mentors, especially mentors in marketing, you want to learn from them. You yourself maybe want to mentor other marketers or other business owners or entrepreneurs who need to learn B2B, right? I don't have to be the subject matter expert. I've surrounded myself with many, many subject matter experts. Come attend our free, totally free to you, marketing mastermind this Thursday at 12 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So it's free. Sign up, hit the link. It's in the post here. You guys have seen it. Okay. If you're watching this now, I guarantee you've seen it before and you didn't take action still. Take the action, sign up, show up, and watch your life change just from one connection, one golden nugget of information that you could get from somebody else. Back on the topic. So we talked about land and expand. Number 5, and I actually have a bonus for you that I'm going to share. So stick around till the end and I'll give you my bonus. Number 5, content is currency. And you've heard me say content is context also, right? Context is to the value you provide, the personality of your team, your company, your authority, your subject matter expertise. And content is currency for your ABM efforts, whether you're doing paid ads, whether you're doing email marketing, whether you're using LinkedIn social selling, whether you're sending carrier pigeons. At the end of the day, the vehicle for all of that is content, right? So you need a big enough pipeline of not just dry case studies and testimonials, but engaging content, right? You're selling to people. It's time we revolutionize the way that we're going about B2B marketing. It doesn't have to be dry, it doesn't have to be stingy, it doesn't have to be boring. You can do fun stuff like live streams, communities, but it's all based around content. Because even when you reach an account, this is the ticket with account-based marketing too, is it takes time. Some of these sales cycles, and I know I've advised with many number of clients who are like, hey, dude, our sales cycles are like 12 months, 48 months, 3 years. Like they're monster. They take a long time. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of lawyers involved. And content is the one vehicle that you can leverage and lean on to consistently stay in front of people. The stats show if you, number one, are the first person or the first company to reach your prospects, right? B2B marketing is about those two things: reach to enough of the right people and consistency. Consistency comes from content, but it shouldn't just be flat. You need videos, you need podcasts, you need articles, you need graphic content. You got to mix it up, because the fact that you're selling to people, everybody self-educates differently. Everybody learns differently. Everybody consumes content differently. I'm a young millennial punk. but I still will read a book, or I'll still read an article, or I read magazines. I'm sorry, newspapers in the morning, believe it or not. Like I read the newspaper. So content is the one thing that you can use, the one mechanism to consistently keep in front of people. And this is also going back to marketing alignment and going back to sales alignment. So if it's like, well, dude, I don't really know what to talk about when we're doing account-based marketing, like I don't know what content to share, use your salespeople, because the best things that you can be putting out is touching very focused and very narrow on the actual pains, the problems, the industry specific like nuances of your prospects. And so your marketing, if you're not interviewing your salespeople, right? Like I'll go to my salespeople and say, hey guys, what are the top questions that you're getting asked right now in the sales process? And then get those questions and turn that into content. And you'll find very quickly you have almost too much to be talking about and too much to be filling your content pipeline with. Number 5 bonus, and then we're going to wrap up here. Be open to new channels. So the tricky part of account-based marketing is there's a lot of different avenues you can take, right? If you're doing account-based marketing, Facebook ads is probably not the way you want to go. Doing YouTube ads may not necessarily be the way to go. You want to look more at niche audiences. How can you get, and by the way, go back and watch my video yesterday on how to get your leadership team booked on more podcasts. Go get booked on specific podcasts, on industry related podcasts. Go find the associations out there. Go network with the top influencers in your industry and ask, how are they engaging? In fact, you may be able to throw them a little dough to be able to promote your content, your solutions, your products or services that are ABM focused. Use different channels as well, as in like, you know, if I have my prospect, or be open to new channels in terms of, okay, let's say I have my prospects and I've identified my account and there's 5 or 6 people, influencers, decision makers in my account that I want to get aware of me, right? First, they got to get to the awareness stage. First, they got to know me before they can buy from me. So I would use LinkedIn and, you know, use my process. Maybe I try a number of attempts to get the conversation started with them. Maybe I try email after that. Maybe I try picking up the phone and calling them after that, and I still can't get a hold of them. Well, you know their name, you know a lot of their data. Maybe you can find them on Instagram. Maybe you can find them on Facebook. Heck, I could almost guarantee you they probably have a TikTok account. And maybe you can use those as alternate channels to engage. So I'm not even just talking about social media, but just on the broad spectrum of all the channels that are available to you, you should go be creative, right? This is not about mass wide marketing. Like right now, what I'm doing is not really, in a way, I mean, maybe it could be considered ABM because I'm talking specifically to other marketers, but it's still kind of broad, right? I'm just broadcasting out. I'm not tagging any accounts on this post. I'm not taking this video and I'm sending it to specific accounts, right? It's a little bit different. So hope you guys enjoy. Again, do not forget to go sign up for our free mastermind. There's also a Slack channel if you want a chance to engage, to network, to communicate, to ask questions of some of the most well-versed B2B marketers out there. Some of them have managed, run hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, Vinny, who commented on this, Vinny's going to be there and probably going to talk about celebrity branding. We're going to talk about PR this week. We're going to talk about media. And I guarantee you that you'll get something of value out of it and you'll want to attend every single session after the fact. So much love to you guys. Make it great. I hope you enjoyed. Bear with me through the tech issues, and I'll see you on the other side.